Well, good morning, Evelyn.
Good morning, John. And how are you?
I'm pretty good. I'm excited to tell you some news today.
Good.
Now, last year, 2 weeks ago, I was here. 2 weeks ago, I was here, and I interviewed you just before your 106th birthday.
Yes.
And we had a nice chat.
Yes.
And as I told you, I put that interview on this television program on the internet called YouTube. And we've had a lot of responses. People are able to go on their computer and then they can see this interview with you.
How nice for them, and me too.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then they also will be able to see this interview. And the other thing that they can do is they then can make comments that they write on the computer. And I want to read some of those comments to you today.
I wish you would.
Very good. Well, one of them was your grandson, Cliff. Your grandson, Cliff, in Arlington, Virginia. And he said, "How cool is it to see your grandmother on YouTube? She continues to be an inspiration to us all." That's Cliff, your grandson.
Yeah.
Then there was a woman, a young woman, who said, "What a beautiful and honorable woman. Evelyn's life and her story inspires me to be a better person. I hope her story continues. I, for one, have learned much from her generation, and listening to Evelyn's story, I have heard how giving to better one's community is what brings life its true meaning. God has truly blessed this beautiful soul." What do you think of that comment? She says that by giving to the community, you get so much back.
You do. Whether it's good or bad, you can use it for something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, one of the things we did last year is we did your whole life story. Remember that?
Yes.
And we were able to put that on this same computer program. So people have been able to watch that. And there's been over 400 people that have watched your story.
Well, isn't that interesting?
They watch it in certain parts. It has to be broken up in little parts. Here's somebody that said, "Evelyn reminds me a lot of my dear mother, who lived to 94. And in your video, you said you didn't have a big goal anymore in your last interview." And this woman says, "She may not have a goal because she's reached a goal. She shared a wonderful story with us, and she's an inspiration, a great lady. Happy birthday, Evelyn." Isn't it funny that people from Australia, Great Britain, and Canada are listening to your story and benefiting from it and appreciating it?
Yeah.
And I know they want me to thank you for sharing your story. So many people have done that. And some of these kids are 14 years old. And another fellow is 78 years old. And he's from England. And he talks a lot about World War II. And in England, you know, they had all the bombs and things that were going on. And so he's become quite popular with these people. And he's had almost 2 million people view his videos. And this is what he said about you. "Bless you. Such a wonderful, clear speech and interesting stories. Believe me, your demeanor and sprightly attitude make me ashamed of my own laziness and inabilities. I hope that your friend will encourage you to do more. Much love, Peter. He's from England and he's 78. So he seems to be inspired by you as well. What do you think of that?
Wow, that's difficult to settle it all down at one, you know?
Well, what's the situation is that these people, these young people that are listening to your stories, all seem to get something important out of it. And why do you think that is? Why do you think listening to your story helps them? Any ideas about that?
Well, I'm overcome
Okay.
because those things that happened, they just happened, and everybody had a hand in it one way or another, good or bad, and I feel that everybody had a great part in bringing things around to a good end.